Hello, welcome back to another video. If your weather allows you today, get out and do something fun. And remember, if that person, place, or thing is taking you away from your peace, make sure you're keeping the door shut. Every call doesn't have to be answered. Every door doesn't have to be open. Y'all are grown adults. Stop over-explaining your no. It's already a full sentence. Work on taking your power back. You are a child of the one true King. Don't let these people out here fool you. You're more powerful than you realize. Now let's get into the message. I want to talk about how we like to stamp everything either demonic or crazy or weird. You know, what we fear, what we don't understand, what simply challenges our established worldview, we love to dismiss it and label it as weird, crazy, or demonic. Calling something demonic, it provides that convenient, dangerous shortcut. It releases us of the need to understand or to explore or to consider a divine design beyond our comprehension. It literally builds a wall protecting our limited understanding while shutting out the infinite possibilities of God's work. When we think about Jesus and his gifts, his teachings, his profound knowledge, at times it was not met with open arms, but with suspicion, ridicule, crazy accusations of being empowered by evil. In his own hometown, they knew him just as the carpenter's son, the boy who grew up among them. And they had like this fixed image of him and expectation of who he should be, and when he returned teaching with authority and performing miracles, their unbending expectations formed a spiritual ceiling. He didn't fit their preconceived notions, and their hearts were closed, their minds, just closed off. And as a result, the Bible tells us he did not do mighty works there because of their unbelief. It wasn't a lack of power on Jesus' part, but a lack of receptivity on theirs. Their inability to see beyond their narrow definition of him, it effectively limited how God could work among them. And nothing has changed today. Some of y'all are around some of the most gifted, beautiful souls, but they have to dim their light. They have to hide the true them, all because of your beliefs and how you feel they should show up. We must never limit God or who he chooses to work through. God is not confined by our understanding, our traditions, our comfort zones. His wisdom is infinitely higher than ours, and his methods are often gloriously unconventional. What you label as demonic or weird, another person with an open heart and discerning spirit might recognize as profound healing, divine intervention, or the very hand of God. I want to talk about the many ways that God restores us, because it's not always like this dramatic prayer meeting or a visible miracle in a church service. Sometimes it's the unexpected burst of laughter from that funny video that you'll come across on YouTube that someone shares during a tough time that leads to healing that breaks through the darkness. Sometimes it's a song that plays at the right moment. God knows I have like a ton of videos where I talk about it on this channel. Songs, signs, even conversations. God is right there. I'm talking lyrics speaking directly to the soul's deepest pain, offering you peace and healing. Let's think about in Isaiah, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." A lot of y'all speak the name of God in church every Sunday. You can quote the Bible, but when he starts to show up, in mysterious ways, or using people around you to help along your journey, we turn it away. We stamp it demonic. We call the people crazy. A man will pray for a wife loyal, faithful, a woman of God. And when she arrives, he turns her away because, you know, she didn't come packaged the way he thought she should come. A man could be sick, praying for healing, you know. So God sends him the best healer, a doctor. Only thing is, the doctor might come as a black man. And the old man says, well, he's not working on me. He's not educated. He's not the right race. I don't know. Another person may need some advice. They're going down the wrong path. They're having trouble on their journey. So God will send that quiet cousin in the family, the one no one really pays attention to, you know, but the family member will turn them away because, you know, what do they know? They are beneath me. You know, this person didn't go to college or whatever, but God was using them because you prayed for the help. You know, I can go on for hours, but our human logic, I had a tongue twister, is but a dim flicker compared to the brilliant, boundless mind of the Creator. Our human logic is but a dim flicker compared to the brilliant, boundless mind of the Creator. We decide how he should show up, how he should speak, and how he should heal. We diminish his power. All right, I had to pause the video. Sorry for the background noise, but we diminish his power and often miss the miraculous unfolding right before our eyes because it doesn't fit our pre-approved script. Now, before I end the video, I want you to really think about the times that God showed up for you, but you dismissed it because it didn't come packaged how you thought it should. Listen, to truly walk with God, to witness his power, and to be used by him in profound ways, we must shed the tendency to label out of fear. Never limit what he can do in your life or the lives of others. I really hope this video was helpful, and I will see you on the next one.